white teacup and 2 bottled waters. Hey, inshallah.
This today was different. Yeah, TV when Shaykh looked this way, the camera will look the other way.
It's very, yeah.
I like that. Because you know why? Some of the group is looking at, but the other ones is looking at further.
The thing is, for a year it's not gonna make.
It doesn't need it. His is nice.
Okay, I can do that for 4 years.
It has to be the
Yeah,
writing.
because the writing, yes, the writing.
Shit. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وبعد. Inshallah we'll continue our session. Is the door closed? Door's closed? Okay. Close the back door please. Barak. Inshallah we're going to continue. So we were talking about alamatul ism, the signs of a noun. This is called what? The title is alamatul ism. Signs of a noun in the Arabic language. And we took the first sign and we said it's called? The first sign is called? Al-Jabr. What's the second sign? دخول حروف الجر. everything's clear. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Hello. You can hear me, but I'm teaching. That was my Shaykh, so I can come. Gets priority. تمام. دخول حروف الجر. تمام. دخول حروف الجر. It's a lot of Arabic. تمام. Good things we know at least one thing up here, right? What do we know? Al-Jar. It's important. That's why we couldn't say kasra. تمام. دخول حروف الجر. For the letters that do jar, to go before it, that is a sentence a little bit hard to put together. For the letters that do jar, to go before it, does that make sense? No? What would you say?
They go.
What I'm trying to say is, one of these letters, go before the noun. Put that into our sentence. See who's out better than me? For the letters that do jar, to go before it. Well, okay, do something. Tell me something.
What are you trying to say?
Clip of what on? It doesn't attach to it. It doesn't necessarily attach to it. So, for example, it says ila and then al-masjid. All I want is the ila or the min will come first and then this will come.
Oh.
It's not going to be a prefix that's attached necessarily. For one of these, huruf to come before it. That's what I'm trying to say. Put it in a better sentence. Yes. But you didn't do anything. To go before is still the same. Is this understandable? It's not understandable? Hey, what's that? Go ahead. Okay, for the letters, if the letters that do jar go before it, that's better? Go before it? No, this. Okay, let's stick with this. You guys get the point. Yes. Okay, put a comma. Two out, and then comma. And then go before it. When I explain it, it will become more clear. Okay. So this one is saying دخول حروف الجر. دخول in Arabic literally means to enter. دخل الغرفة, دخل البيت, دخل المسجد, to enter. تمام? دخول is the act of entering. تمام? So for any of these letters to come before the word. Okay? If any of these huruf, letters, when we say letters here, we don't mean alif ba'ta, we mean huruf. تمام? For any of these huruf to come before the word. Meaning, if you ever see any of these ala, or min, or fi, or ila, or an, or bi, or li, then you know automatically that the word that's right after them is a noun. This is literally a big fat sign saying, hey, look over here, I am I'm a noun. Tamam? So if any of these, there's more of them, but these are the most common. If you know any other common ones, I can write down too. But these are some of the most used and most common. They occur a lot in the Quran and Hadith in Arabic language. You can't have a sentence, rarely, without them. Tamam? So, dukhul, to enter, huruf al-jar, the letters of jar, the jar doers. We call it the jar doers, to go into, in front of the word. Tamam? So anytime any of these go before a word, you automatically know that. It's okay. What do these huruf mean? Most common, they have multiple meanings, but some of the most common meanings is, min is used for like, from. Like, ana min America, I'm from America, okay? Ila is used for, most commonly, to. Tamam? An is sometimes, most times, same thing, from to. From the narration of Abu Hurairah, you will hear. Ala Abu Hurairah, and so on. So from, ala means on, fi means in, bi means by or in or a lot of things, okay? And li means for, like ownership. Liman had the book. Who's this book for? Huwa li, it's for me, it's mine, okay? It's like for / ownership. So for that source, ownership. Tamam? Lillahi mulku samawati. To Allah. It can also mean to Allah or for Allah belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. Tamam? So this is the general meaning. Anytime you see any of these huruf, you will by default know that the word that came after it is nothing but a noun. Is that clear? Come on. Let's do some examples. Yes. مثل من البيت. من البيت. مثل من البيت. من البيت. Another example. إلى المسجد. إلى المسجد. إلى المسجد. What's a common word you guys know? Well, try to stick to words that I already know. Kitab? Kitab's common? Kitab is good, right? What does kitab mean, guys? Good. Yeah, fil kitabi. Fil kitabi. Is it clear? Okay. In the book. So the examples here, we said one of the signs that you know a word is automatically a noun is for any of these huruf to go before it. تمام? One of them is min, ila, an, ala, fi, or bi by itself, or li by itself, connected to the word. Each one of the first 5, there's 10 alone. They're by themselves, they're a word by themselves, then the space, and then the noun will be written. But for the last 2, they will be attached to the noun. So examples is min al-bayti. Ana ataytu min al-bayti. I came from the house. Min al-bayti. Right now, we have what do we have here? Harfu jar. Huruf means a lot of them. One of them is called, we took it yesterday, ism wa fa'al wa harf. Okay, this is the plural. Huruf is the plural of harf. So this is min is considered a what? What kind of harf? There's a lot of huruf. There's huruf al-nasb, there's huruf al-jar, there's huruf al-atf. There's a lot of huruf in Arabic. There's a lot of prepositions and particles and conjunctions. Which type is it? It's huruf al-jar. Is it huruf al-jar? He himself is a what? He's of the huruf al-jar. Like what is he called? The word from here and this harfu jarrin. Harfu jarrin. So min is a harfu jarrin. Ila is a harfu jarrin. Fi is a an is a harf jar, ala is a harf jar. So this is a harf jar. What does a harf jar do? What does a harf jar do? It makes the basketball court kasra, the last letter of the camel, the last letter of the noun. It gives the last letter of the noun a kasra. You see how this is right? The red moved over right there. The effect, it had a direct effect. So because of min, al-bayt has it. Al-bayt has it. Come on guys, work with me. Stop sleeping. Tamam? Because of min, al-bayt has a kasra. And because of ila, al-masjid has a kasra. You see it? Red, color coordination. Okay? Because of fi, kitab has it kasra. You say, ana qara'tu fil kitabu, right? نعم أنا قرأت I read في الكتاب في الكتاب or في الكتاب sorry I meant في الكتابة yeah I'm right I'm the teacher there's a reason I'm telling you it's your 2 choices is it في الكتاب or في الكتابة sister in the back في الكتاب or في الكتابة في الكتابة؟ الكتابة؟ Okay. Who says في الكتابة and who says في الكتابة? No? They don't understand that. Quit. Choose one. في الكتابة or في الكتابة? You see? So we're working. تمام? Why في الكتابة? Because you literally told me this حروف الجر. Whenever he goes before a word, automatic has to. So if I was to speak right now and I said, wow, I know Arabic, I'm so good. أنا قرأت في الكتاب. What are you going to say? Yeah? You need to go to GIAD. صح? You need to go to Arabic class. صح? Okay. أنا قرأت في الكتابة. Is that okay? Why? It's okay. But what's the difference? No. تمام? This is how you're going to sound Fabish. تمام? أنا قرأت في الكتاب. أنا أتيت. I came from من البيت. من البيت. تمام. أنا أذهب إلى المسجد. أنا أذهب إلى المسجد. So you see, this has direct correlation with you being able to speak the Arabic language. Once you understand the concept, it's easier for you to not make these mistakes. Clear? تمام. إذن okay. So, yes, I did make this, it's supposed to be min, but this is the exception. There's this rule called, in Arabic language, التقاء ساكنين, which means the letter has sukun, okay? It has a sukun, it doesn't have a haraka, and the next word that's next word and the next word has a sukun. Then we create a fake haraka. We create a fake haraka for the feasibility of being able to read it. I think we will say min al-bayt. Okay, and we're going to sound like something sort of like. So Arabs, they do something called التخلص لالتقاء الساكنين, which means getting rid of the coming together of the two sukun letters. So they make a fake, a ghost haraka that's just there for this purpose. If we take away the al, then the sukun comes back automatically. So this is a fake haraka. Sometimes I'm going to say minal, sometimes minil, sometimes I'm going to say la, sometimes I'm going to say li, depending on situation. So this is a kasra that was made just for this purpose. Fatha that was made just for this purpose. It's not part of the sentence, ignore it. So do we understand this clearly? Jar, huruf al-jar. So far we have 7 of them. We learned 7 of them. Can somebody point out some of the huruf al-jar from Quran or anywhere you heard it? Tell us something. Huh? إلى الله وإلى الله ترجع الأمور. And to Allah all affairs return. وإلى الله. Can I read وإلى الله? إلى الله وإلى الله. Why? He specifically? Why a kasra? Because of إله. The noun that comes after. Why now? Okay, what about the fi'l that comes after إله? Good question. What about that? We understand what إله and huruf al-jar do to a noun. What do they do to the verb? This is important because I don't want you to leave half sandwich, okay? So in the full sandwich. What happens to the verb that comes after huruf al-jar? I'm going to give you $20. Right now, Zal, tell me what happens. Cannot tell me nothing. You gotta tell me something. If you tell me what happens to the verb, what happens? Okay, anytime huruf al-jar come before a noun, the noun will automatically have a kasra. What about when they come before a verb? They're gonna get a fatha. That's one option. Okay. Anybody else? Any other bets? Dhamma. Good. Okay. What do you have to lose? Say it out loud. It stays. Okay. It stays the same. We have 3 options. Okay. Let's go for it. It becomes a fatha. It becomes a dhamma, or it stays the same. Which would you vote for? Talk to your partner. Figure it out together. You can cheat. sir.
It can be before birth.
That's the only answer I don't want. Why would I ask you if you can't? Does it make sense? Hey, go ahead, Roqay. You change the meaning? Meaning, I didn't ask you. I want the physical change. Does it take a dhamma or a fatha or a sukun? What happens? It becomes sukun. Okay, we have a new choice. Before we had, it stays the same we had. We had dhamma, we had kasra. Now we have sukun. It turns into sukun, right? Sumaya, hey, Ismail, what do you got?
It takes dhamma.
It takes dhamma, okay, right? Any other bets, right? What do you mean? Why would I ask you a question then? You don't trust me? Hey? And why would I ask you a question? Yeah? Hey? It becomes silent? Silent. Okay, hey? There's another 5 options, hey? $20, man. I'll make it $50, hey? Very good case. Yes? Louder, a little louder? Oh, it becomes a fatha, it becomes a ah, okay, good. Hey? Afar, you got something? The word placement changes? No, I just want to know what happens to the last letter. Yes? Then why ask you a question? I'm not a trickster. Yeah? Hey? Huh? Nothing? Nothing happens? Before it came, it was a dhamma. Oh, it turns into a dhamma. The verb will take a dhamma. Can I hear you?
No, I'm talking about when this one is verb is preceded by a object. I'm talking about when the verb is object preceded a noun. You know that it has to stop at it. What happens when you precede a verb? Like qala, zahab, or yajlis. Okay? The question is, we learned, for example, هاتف. هاتف means someone. Okay, هاتف or phone. من هاتف إلى هاتف لهاتف. As soon as it has a حرف جر before it, the noun will become a kasra. على الطاولة, على الصبورة, okay, بالقلم, and so on. Okay? من المعلم. As soon as it goes before a noun, the noun automatically has to take a kasra. What happens when حروف الجر go before a verb, like يقرأ, or يذهب, or قال, or كتب, or اجلس? Yes, Mrs. Glasses. Yeah. You were fighting me. Go ahead. I read it in your face. You had an answer, right?
I don't know why you're asking, because I don't think
It doesn't happen? Hey? Hey?
Does it become double kasra?
Another option. 6 Saciid. We are at 6, 7. Okay? Where are we at? He said it becomes double vowel. It becomes double vowel. What do we have? Shad. It becomes shad. Okay. Daiis, hey? What do you got? Nothing happens? Okay, you guys, what do you think the answer is?
Double kasra.
It doesn't happen. The scenario, the whole scenario is fake. The whole scenario cannot happen. Why? Why can it not happen? Or look here, sign number 1. Jar is a sign of a noun. The things that bring jar, I said jar is only for a noun, nothing for a noun, and it's to the point that it became the number 1 sign of noun. I didn't write any other sign before it. Literally, it's so important that it took up 2 spots of the signs. So jar cannot, like the 4 changes that happen, therefore, one of them is called jar. It can only happen to a noun. Tamam? We should write that? You are right. So you let me pump you. You step down. You should stand. Yeah? Was the rule was don't trust the Aalims. Yeah? Do not trust him. Tamam, you are absolutely right. Tamam, can give you $20. Tamam. So jar. 50? خلاص تمام 50. Okay. I'm taking from his dad a lot. Okay, حروف الجر. So the reason why حروف الجر is so such a sign for the noun that it only goes into the noun. تمام? So حروف الجر, the حروف that bring about jar, can they go into anything but a noun? No. Okay, explain to your partner why حروف الجر can never go before anything except a noun. Go ahead. Question. In the back, go ahead.
So, what if there's a ilah before a noun and it doesn't end in a kasra?
What if there is a ilah
Yeah, before a noun
before a noun?
and the noun doesn't end in a kasra.
I never said it has to end with a kasra. I never said kasra here, and I never said huruf al-kasra here. That was the other reason. Kasra is one of the signs that show you the word has a kasra. It has other substitutes. So the good question is, Ustad, Muallim, sometimes we see these words, we see the huruf al-jar come before a noun, but it ends up having a fatah. صح? How is that possible? I see it in the Quran, you're a liar, man, I want my money back. You're rolling network. Tamam? This is fake news. Tamam? No. I said al-jar and I said huruf al-jar. Jar has signs that show you it's taking place. One of it is kasra. There's another one that substitutes for it when it's not there. There's another one that substitutes for it when it's not there. Tamam? That's why we keep sticking to jar. Tamam? So yes, sometimes you can have, for example, ila Ahmada, ila Ibrahima. Allah says in the Quran. وإلى مدين give me a prophet على إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق على isn't it حروف الجر? Ibrahim is supposed to be a noun, it's supposed to have a kasra. There is sometimes some specific words that cannot take a kasra, so they get a substitute. The substitute will be one of two types. You don't need to know it now, but I'll just say it. One of them is a ya, and one of them is a fatah. The total opposite of it. And also, sometimes the kasra will substitute for a fatha. We're going to say a word physically has a kasra, but it actually is a fatha. In this scenario, it's like that. We're going to say Ibrahim physically has a fatha, but we're going to say no, it's fake. It's covered over, it's really a kasra. And one of the scenarios that it happens is when the word is non-Arabic. And when the name is non-Arabic, it cannot take a kasra. Not only jar is a sign for a noun, but it also shows you how Arabic a word is. How much Arabic it is. If you can take a kasra, that means it's fully Arabic. But all the prophets, there's 25 prophets mentioned in the Quran, only 4 of them are Arabs. The rest are not Arabs. Only 4. Guess who they are? Muhammad, that's the obvious one. Okay, good. Ibrahim, no. Even though he's his grandfather. Ibrahim, Shu'aib, good. Shu'aib, Ismail, no. He's the direct son of Ibrahim. Ibrahim is from Babylon. He's Babylonian, okay? Yunus, I think also from Iraq, it's not. And it's not by country, by the way, it's by ethnicity. All of the prophets, starting from
Yaqub started becoming Bani Israel. Started from Yaqub. Israel is Yaqub. When you hear the children of Israel, Israel is the nickname of Yaqub alayhi salam. An angel came to him and said, from now on your name is Israel. And Israel, Mikael, this is all these names in Hebrew. Il means Allah in their language. Just like we say Abdullah, Abdurrahman. For in Hebrew, Il is the name of Allah.
Isa.
So, no. There are four, Saleh. We got Shaykh, we got Saleh, we got Muhammad, and Hud. Hud. The first Arab nation that ever existed is Hud. Hud is the prophet, but the people are called Ad. And Ad were not a normal people. Tamam? Allah said about them, أَلَمْ تَرَى كَيْفَ فَعَلَ رَبُّكَ بِعَادٍ. And if you ever see in the Quran Alam Tara, that means wow. This is it. Allah doesn't use Alam Tara except a time where it's like Alam Tara كيف فعل, something significant and a great punishment and anger took place. تمام؟ ألم ترى كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل؟ ألم ترى كيف فعل ربك بعاد. In order to show us who they are, like Allah saying, did you see how your Lord dealt with and handled the people of Ad? In order to tell you, like, it wouldn't have been significance if they're nobodies. So Allah wanted to tell us who they are. إِرَمَ ذَاتِ الْعِمَادِ. The ones that had the lofty pillars there, for this would have been probably their shoe size, this room. Their shoes would be this size probably. إِرَمَ الَّتِي لَمْ يُخْلَقْ مِثْلُهَا فِي الْبِلَادِ. The one that the like of it was never created on the face of the earth. They were humongous. And they were extremely powerful. They said, when the Hud told them, fear the punishment of Allah, day of judgment, and so on, they said, Man ashaddu minna. Are you crazy? Who is this Lord you're talking about? Who is more powerful than us? And Allah said about them, وَإِذَا بَطَشْتُمْ بَطَشْتُمْ جَبَّارِينَ. And when you guys go into a war, you go to war, one of the things he was lecturing about, telling to start this, whenever you fight a group of people, you annihilate them. You erase them from the face of the earth. بَطَشْتُمْ جَبَّارِينَ. They leave nothing. Tamam? And Allah said, after He destroyed them, فَهَلْ تَرَى لَهُمْ مِنْ بَاقِيَةٍ. Do you see any trace left of them? Tamam? So this is the first nation, who Allah said whoever believed, and the rest were destroyed. They were Qawm of Ad. The next generation was, which was the middle version of them, Thamud. The people of Thamud, when the Prophet that was sent to them was Saleh. They were also very powerful and very rich. And then they were also destroyed. And then Shu'aib. Shu'aib was also a Arab prophet. And the last one is Muhammad. Every other one of them is either other nations or Bani Israel. And majority of them is Bani Israel. That's why in the Quran only these four are the ones that take kasra. They're the only ones you can see that take kasra. Except two. There's two more that take kasra. Two more prophets. They take the kasra even though they're non-Arab names. Nuh and Lot. Prophet Lot and Prophet Nuh. What do they have in common? The two names. 3 letters and the middle letter has sukun. The middle letter has sukun. So in Arabic, if a word has as a noun has 3 letters and the middle letter has sukun, it can take kasra. It's an exception from the rule. Are they Arabs? No, but there's an exception from the rule. Tamam? So coming back from that historical lesson, if you find a noun that huruf al-jar went before it and it still did not take a kasra, it took a kasra, but in another versions that we did not learn yet. It did not take kasra, but it took a jar in other versions that we did not get to yet. Is that clear? Tamam. Okay. So I want you to explain to your partner alamat al-ism, al-jar, and huruf al-jar. In a very scientific way. Go ahead. Great teacher. I understand so far, the easiest thing I understand is that when a word has a kasra, it is automatically a no. When you keep mentioning about jar, something about jar, it's confusing. What does this jar thing mean? Jar, all I want you to know about right now is the kasra. Okay? You chose a scientific way of using jar on purpose because it will keep opening up today. If you heard jar, you go home, there's something called jar in Arabic, that's good enough. But what does it mean in simple sentence that you do not need to know for now is that in English, what decides the meaning of a word is the place it has in the sentence. Okay? Is it the first word? Is it the second word? Or is it the third word in the sentence? Example, I played basketball. In Arabic, in English follows this pattern. Subject, okay, plus verb, plus object. This is not something you need. I only want you to listen to it. You're not right. Subject, verb, object. I played basketball. Who did it? I. So it's the doer, it's the subject. What was done? Playing is the verb. What was being done? Basketball. I ate food. I wrote a book. I saw my mom. It follows the exact pattern, and that's all. It's symmetrical language. Straight, that's it. Very simple language. Arabic, it will do subject times 3, verb times 3, object times 3. Like you could do, take object and put, you can say object, subject, verb, object, verb, subject, verb, subject, object, verb, object, subject. You could do subject, verb, object. You could do subject, object, verb. You could do all these places. That's why the Arabs, they were Bedouins. They were not powerful nations, but they used to mock the Persian Empire and the Roman Empire and say, they are people that cannot speak. They call the non-Arabic speakers the غير ناطق. They don't ara. You either speak Arabic or you don't ara at all. They don't consider you, whatever language you have, they call you غير ناطق. They are people that cannot ara. Tamam? The pattern of the language, even though it can play all those roles, and that's why Allah brought the Quran down in Arabic. You can play around and use any sentence structure, and don't think that that's just random. Every time when I put the subject first, because I'm trying to emphasize on the subject. Example, if I say basketball I played, compared to I played basketball, when I use in Arabic, when I use I played basketball, it's as if I'm sensing you want to know who. You know who play was done, you know what was played, but you're trying to know who played. Then I say the I first. If your question is, what did you do? You know who did it, you know it's me, but you're wondering what I did, then I say basketball I played. And they make sense in Arabic, but in English, it doesn't make sense. Tamam? So they have noun sentence, they have verb sentence, they have all these things. Tamam? In English, what decides the sentence structure? What decides what happened? Like for you to understand the sentence, by the structure it's put. Tamam? If the structure is messed up, the sentence won't make sense. Tamam? Are you with me that far? Arabic, what decides the meaning of the sentence is the harakat. What decides the meaning of a sentence in Arabic is the role it's playing is either it having a dam, or it having a fatha, or it having a kasra. By me seeing this, I will know. That's why the order does not matter. That's why the order that you put it in doesn't matter, because by me seeing a dhamma, I'm going to say automatically it's the subject. Tamam? By me seeing a fatha, I'm going to say automatically it's the object. How and what and where, we will learn later on. Tamam? And this is where jar comes in. Jar is this family. There's a family called, in Arabic, there's 4 changes. 1, 2, 3, 4 changes. Tamam? I don't want to explain that right now. We don't want to dive into it. It's out of subject. It doesn't have to do anything with the science of the noun. I know it's intriguing, and I want you to keep coming back to my classes, so I won't tell you all the information once. Tamam? But one of them is called what? Jar. Tamam? We will get to it later on, and you're going to say, that's what he meant. Tamam? But right now, what you need to do, one of the changes that happen to a word, when you put it in a sentence for you to be able to understand whether it's a subject or a verb or object, it's called jar. Tamam? That's where it's coming from. There's any sign, any haraka change that you see in the Quran, I'm going to tell you, this is a jar, this is a raf, this is a nasb, this is a jazm, automatically. I look at one, I see the haraka, I will tell you one of the 4 positions. So that's why everybody's good. Everything's either 3 or 4 or 2 or 1, or that's it. Number. So all the possible changes that can happen to a word in the Arabic language, when you put it in a sentence, is 4. One of them is called jar. Is that clear?
Try explaining that to your partner and then ask the question again. التعريف. This is literally al, that's it. Okay, the al.
Shaykh Saciid, use the camera. It's not
Hey, what's wrong with the camera?
It's not pointing to what you're
Yeah. Thank you.
So we have al-ta'rifi. Al-baytu al-muslimu. Al-baytu or al-muslimu. Al-baytu al-muslim. Do you have trouble with this? Come on. The next third sign is for the word to have al. Come on. If the word has al in it, then automatically it's a noun. Any word that you ever see with al as a prefix, it's called prefix or suffix. Really, right? If it has al in the beginning of it, then it's a noun. Like example, the word is bayt. A bayt means what? What does bayt mean?
House.
No.
Day?
No. Baytun, what does it mean? Check your notes. A house, yes. A house. Not house, but wasn't in house and a house? I want to know it's only one. Only one house, okay? A house. What does Muslimun mean? A Musliman. When you add al in front of it, it becomes
The Muslim.
the. Yes, for al-bayt. Al-bayt becomes
The house.
the house. And al-Muslim becomes
The Muslim.
the Muslim. Okay? Good. So, al-ta'rif means the defining al. The defining al, or specifying al. It defines or specifies it. For example, I say, do I say I'm going to house, or I'm going to the house? You cannot, it won't be a sentence, because the point of the sentence is going to make sense for somebody to understand you. If I say I'm going to house, would you understand it?
Yeah.
If I say I'm going to masjid, does it make sense? No. In order for you to say, trying to tell me something, I need to know. So when you say the house, I'm going to the house, then I'm saying, oh, he's going to his house. Like something had to be in there, prefix, ahead of time, maybe we're brothers, or I'm going to the house, maybe it's the masjid, I'm going to the class, like something that we knew together, and then you can say the. You don't say the without there being something, information before it that we know. Whether that information was just mentioned in the sentence before, or whether it's the. Like by default, you know. Like we always go to the same masjid, the same class, and you say I'm going to the class, I'm going to the halaqah, I'm going to the salah, and so on. Tamam? So al-ta'rif. What does al mean? Yeah. So this is in Arabic is the equivalent for the English the. Okay. Ta'rif means what? We took it ta'rif list, right? What does ta'rif mean? Definition. Okay. It defines it, it specifies it, it signifies it. The specific one we're talking about. For example, if I say أنا أقرأ الكتاب, or Allah says ذلك الكتاب. That is the book. Which book is Allah talking about? The history book? Science book? The book, as everybody knows. So Al-Quran. Anytime you see a word in Arabic that has al in front of it, what do you automatically know? It's a noun. Alhamdu. Is it a noun? Is it a verb or a harf? Alhamdu. Sumaya. Alhamdu. Is it a verb or is it a harf? It's a noun. How do you know it's a noun? The word hamd is a noun. How do you know? It has al. Lillahi. Now let me break down lillahi. Li and then Allah. Lillahi is, if you take it apart, it's the harf of that li, and then the word Allah. You delete the alif because of la. And instead of li Allah, you say lillahi. If it was al-bayt plus li, it becomes lil-bayt. Li plus al-masjid becomes lil-masjid. So lillahi is a, Allah is a noun. How do you know it's a noun? It has al. Tamam. Ar-Rahmani. That's a noun. How do we know? It has al. And also it has a kasra. So you could take multiple ones at the same time. You can have a harf jar before, and because it has a harf jar before, it's going to have can have kasra most of the times, and it has also al in it. So one time can have 3 signs. This one's clear? Okay, explain the third sign to the partners. Go ahead. One of the signs that show you a word is done in every language is the third sign. Any questions from the previous one? Or you write this? Go ahead. The defining al. The defining al. Okay. Defining D-I-F. D-E-F. Okay. F what? F-I-N and then N-I-N-G? I thought that was missing. Defining al.
What is in the beginning again? Can you say that again? The beginning of a word.
In the beginning of a word? Al can only be in the beginning of a word.
Oh.
Yeah. The al we're talking about, it goes into the word as a prefix. It cannot be in the middle of the word. Right? Yeah. Lillahi, there's 2 words. It's still in the beginning of the word. Because li is a word by itself, and then Allah is a different word. You say Dar Rahmani, you say Lil Muslimi. There's li is the word, it's a half, and then Al Muslim is the other word.
Does it just mean for Allah?
To Allah, by Allah, like the belonging, it shows ownership. Lil shows ownership.
It could either be 2 or 4.
Can mean politics. But the most prominent one is ownership. Lillahi mulku samawat. To Allah belongs. To Allah. When he has al, does it have to end in dhamma? Not necessarily. Question is, when a word has al, we can be doing kasra, but now, does it have to have a dhamma when al goes into it? Not necessarily. That's why we have ar-Rahmani, ar-Rahimi, ad-Dini, Malik Yawm ad-Dini. Like, just because it has al, does not mean it has to have a? Does not mean it has to have a? Kasra. You could have any haraka. Al has nothing to do. Al is not huruf al-jar, it's not huruf al-dhamma or something like that. Al just shows you the. Al is just like the, that's it. Okay? Yes?
Is most of the words in Arabic nouns?
Yes, good question. Are most of the words in the Arabic language out of the 3 types of kalima, are they most of them nouns? Yes. Like you can say 70% are going to be nouns, for example, and then 20% or 25% is going to be fi'l, and the rest will be huruf or source code, you can memorize them. But the amount of nouns in the amount of verbs, that's where the vocabulary is at. Yes. Yes, if a word has al before it, and this al we're talking about is al that's a prefix, meaning it's not a root letter in the sentence. There's a difference between alif and a lam that's a root letter in the word, compared to al, that the word, if I take it away from it, it still makes sense. For example, instead of al-bayt, I say baytu. Does it make sense? House. Okay, Muslim. Al-Muslim, I say Muslim instead of al-Muslim. Does it make sense? So that kind of al can only go to a noun. But can a verb in Arabic start with al? Yes. Can a harf start? Not necessarily a harf, but there's other words that can be a root letter, and those are not considered a sign of a noun. Like for example, the only one that's most common is al-qari'ah, is this al. Al-hamdu, is this al. Al-layl is the verb. Al-hakum. Al-hakum is the verb. The verb is al-ha-yulhi. Okay, al-ha-yulhi. So al-hakum is not a noun, right? And you will see the physical difference in the Quran. When you look at al-qari'ah, it's going to look like this. When you look at al-hakum, it's not going to be an alif, it's going to be a hamza. This is how al-hakum is written. It's going to have a haraka, it's going to have a crown, that's why it's different. This is a letter. It's called a hamza, it's not an alif. It shapes. It shapes it. Sometimes it takes the shape it takes its own shape like this. Okay, sometimes it takes the shape of an alif, sometimes it takes the shape of a wow, sometimes it takes the shape of a ya, and then there's a middle version like this. So it shapes, but at the end of the day, it's a hamza. But alif, this one, it's called hamza wasl. It only goes into al and other scenarios. It's not a letter.
What if it has a long before it, then is it like flip?
Oh, whether it's silent or not, like you can have multiple words connected, but when we're connected. So the question is, what if I put a wow here instead of al-bayt, I say wal baytu, or I can add a ba and say bil bayti, or bil muslimi, and so on. That does not matter. One of the things that Arabic grammar teaches you is how to separate, analyze the word and separate it to see how many words you see. Like some of you, I can say a word, and you say, oh, that's the word. And now some people are like, no, there's multiple words in this. Like yesterday when we were doing Fatah, you guys said, this is a harf and a is, like that. For you, as you learn more, you'll be able to recognize, this is not, even though you're saying it as one word, it's two words together. Like when I say, lillahi, there's two words. There's li plus Allah. Tamam? So that's two words right there. So when you put one bayt, it doesn't matter. I'm going to say wow is a harf, al is a harf, and bayt is a noun. Tamam? Wow, what it does is a conjunction word. Tamam? And al is ta'rif, it does ta'rif. Each one is going to have its own role. That one, it will not affect our role. Tamam? Questions? Ladies, no questions? Good. Right?
I got two questions. For the total for GIAD. Could you say for the definition of GIAD, a letter that goes before the word is a harf al-jar?
There are huruf al-jar, there are huruf al-nasb, there are huruf al-tahqiq, there are different types of huruf. So not every letter or every harf in every language is considered huruf al-jar. When you say a letter that goes in front of the word, it's considered harf al-jar. That's going to break a lot of rules. There's other huruf. There's huruf that go in front of the verb. There are other huruf that go in front of only past tense verb, for example. There are other huruf that go in front of verbs and nouns. So one of the types of like body is huruf are always divided into different bodies. There's huruf al-jar, there's huruf al-nasb, there's huruf al-atf, there's huruf al-qasam. They're in different categories. One of the categories that we talked about is huruf al-jar only. So we cannot make it any harf. There's different types of harf. Yes. Second question?
I have seen the Quran harf al-jar just like في قلوب him.
في قلوب. So there's three words here. There's في, there's قلوب, there's hum. Tamam? Hum or him, depending on the harakat of the word. It could be hum or it could be him, depending on the harakat of the word. في is a harf al-jar. Qulub is the ism, the one after qulub, the one after the harf al-jar. And hum is also another noun. We will learn it in tomorrow, Saturday's lesson. Hum is another type of noun. Today we're learning the sense of a noun. The next session will be the different types of nouns. So when we dive into that, we'll call something called pronoun, and that's what homosexual. Okay? Any other question? Okay, my last rule I want to explain to you, because I promised by today you will have all the signs. The last sign of a noun that we will learn at our stage is called an-nida'u. And an-nida means salah? Second shift? Oh, still some time for me. Okay, the next one called is an-nida means what? Calling out. It means what? To call out. Don't worry, I'll give you a break after this class before Islam studies. Okay, calling out. So for example, we say, hey Saciid, hey Muhammad, hey Fatima, hey Khadija. That hey. In English, when we used to go to school, they say, young man, hey is for horses. So you can say hey, is it not polite? What's the polite way? You say oh. In English, you say the oh, you know, oh Saciid. So, you know? So if you say, when you call somebody, is there another word besides hey that we can use commonly? Yo. Okay. Yo man. This is the yaraju, okay? If you want to say it from now on, practice for your friends first. Hey yo, say yaraju. Yaraju. And for the lady, ya mra'a. Or ya bint. Hey sister. Or ya walad. So yaraju means hey man. Or oh man. Hey dude. Ya Allah. You hear this a lot? Ya Allah. Dua al-qunut. Ya Allah means now, hey Allah, Ya Allah, oh Allah, oh Allah, tamam? And Ya Rabbi, oh my Lord. The yet makes it mine. If it was Rabbi, oh Lord, but when you say Rabbi, oh my Lord, you say it, Ya Rabbi, Ya Rabbi, tamam? So, in all the prophets, it was Ya Rabbi, oh my Lord, tamam? The nourisher, that's Rabbi, it's the one that nourished you, raised you, took care of you, and brought you up. So it's like the kindness of Allah here. Mention to him that you are my Rabb, not only us. Okay? So, Ya Rajul, oh man, Ya Allah, Ya Rabbi, Ya Muhammad, Ya Khalid, Ya Isa. Allah calls out to the Prophet in the Quran, Ya Ibrahim, Ya Nuh, إنه قد جاء أمرك يا إبراهيم إنه قد جاء أمرك يا نوح اهبط بسلام منا يا عيسى يا مريم إني اصطفيتك على الناس يا موسى إني اصطفيتك على الناس برسالتي بكلامي يا مريم اقنتي لربك واسجدي واركعي. So ya is a harf nida. What do you know automatically? We see ya. What do you know the word after is? Is a noun. Okay. What haraka change does it do? None of that stuff. Does it change the haraka? Does it bring the dhamma? Don't get confused. Don't think just because you learn huruf jar that everything has to do change something. No? Huruf jar change something. Other things, al and ya, they don't need to change anything. Got it? So anytime you see ya, by default you know the word after is a? Is a? Noun. So anywhere in the Quran you see, tamam. So these are the 4 signs of alamatul, the 4 signs of a noun. Whenever you see one of these signs in a word or before a word, you will know that this word is a noun. Tamam? Jameel jiddan. What is the first sign? Al-Jabr. What is the second sign? That huruf al-jar go before it. Okay? What's the 4th sign? 3rd sign? That al goes into it as a prefix, attached to it. And the 4th one is? Nida. That you could call out to it. Whether it has it or you could. For example, somebody says, how do I know Khalid is a noun? I can say Khalidin. Okay, Khalidin. The fact that I can say that, or Khalidi. Oh, there's one more sign. Sorry guys, one more sign. Very important. Last one. It should have been before both of these, but it doesn't matter the order. التنوين. بيت مسلم. The last sign is called double vowel. For the word to have dual vowels, either an or in or un. For it to have two harakat together, like baytun or muslimun or baytin or musliman. It doesn't matter which one, okay? And I can say one word for all of them. Baytun, baytan, baytin. Muslimun, musliman, muslimin. Rajulun, rajulan, rajulin, and so on. Anytime you see double vowel on a word, you automatically know that word is a noun. And that's why last time somebody asked, but if they have two kasras, I said, even better. Now we have the fact that it has a kasra, and the fact that it has double kasra shows you it's pretty much enough.
Is that only at the end of the letter? At the end of the word?
Anytime we talk about haraka, it has to be at the last letter of the word. If it's ever not on the last letter of the word, then it doesn't matter. So tanween is like the first one. Anytime a word has two vowels on the last letter, then it's considered a noun. And it can only have on the last letter. It's impossible for a word to have two vowels on the first letter or the second letter or the middle letter. There's no way it can take a kasra or a fatha or a dhamma or a sukun in any other letter, but it can only have a tanween on the last letter. So if a word has tanween on the middle letter, then automatically we know it's up. If a word has tanween, double vowels, in the middle letter, then we automatically know that it is a ism, right?
No.
Ladies don't get it. The ladies are not getting it. They give me extras. Okay, again, if a word has tanween, double vowels, on the middle letter, like the ya or the sin, or the first letter like ba or mim, then we know that word is a
It's not a word.
la yajuz. Focus, okay? What did I say? The tanween can only be on the last letter. And it always will be on the last letter, and that's the only way it could be a second. It can never be anywhere else. Is that clear? Tamam. Okay, I'm going to give you a quiz. It will be 90% of your grade. Pop quiz right now. Tamam? What I want you to do is, before that, take 1 minute, re-explain all the signs of this to your partner. Go. If you have a bad partner that doesn't know explain anything, raise your hand. I'll come now. Hands up. I want you guys to get your phone out, turn to Surah Al-Fatiha, and I want you to find how many nouns are in Surah Al-Fatiha. Work in pairs of 2. We'll see who gets it, what team gets it done first. Pairs 2 or 3 or 4, whatever you want. Go. Surah Al-Fatiha. Yeah, how many nouns? Using these signs, how many nouns can you locate in Surah Al-Fatiha?
Saciid,
Yes.
the Bismillah,
Say that again?
including the Bismillah.
Including the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim to Wala Dhalina. Hamza, with the Surah Al-Shaykh. Yes. You ask your partner. Ahmed, station. We have 41 so far. Somebody said 41. I don't know if they're right, I don't know if they're wrong, I don't know if they're crazy. Somebody said 17. We got more. Yes? Okay, we'll take it for homework. Next Saturday is due. Write out all of the nouns. I want you to make a chart. Okay? The noun and the sign that show you it's a noun. Okay? Make a chart like that. The noun and the sign that show you. It can be multiple signs. 1, 2, 3, one word. But do it as a fun project. تمام? Surah Al-Fatiha only. Yes. Bismillah wala dhalin. Tamam? I want you guys to take a 15-minute break right now. Go. 10 minutes? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, pictures. People that are here to take the pictures that have their ID cards, we'll do it after Hamid's class. Come to the same room, okay? People that are not their GIAD photos.
Yeah, every time there's a gap, it's going to be an hour. Every time.